If you want to improve your English, just listen to this video all the time, even while sleeping. Just keep the video on while you're doing your daily activities. At some point, you'll start to understand English. Before we begin, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Listen carefully.
Day 31. Head out. Present tense.
I usually head out to the park to walk my dog. I don't usually head out to the park to walk my dog. Do you usually head out to the park to walk your dog?
Past tense.
I headed out to meet my friends last weekend. I didn't head out to meet my friends last weekend. Did you head out to meet your friends last weekend?
Future tense.
I will head out if the weather is good tomorrow. I won't head out if the weather is bad tomorrow. Will you head out if the weather is good tomorrow?
Use of modal verbs.
I should head out early to avoid traffic when going to work. I shouldn't head out late to avoid getting stuck in traffic when going to work. Could you head out early to avoid traffic when going to work?
Move on. Present tense.
I usually move on quickly after a setback. I don't usually move on until I finish my tasks. Do you find it hard to move on from past mistakes?
Past tense.
I moved on to the next chapter after I finished the previous one. I didn't move on until I understood the whole concept. Did you move on after the breakup?
Future tense.
I will move on to new projects after this one. I won't move on until I get a satisfying result. Will you move on to another city for your job?
Use of modal verbs.
I should move on from the bad things and start focusing on my future. I shouldn't move on without learning from my mistakes. Could you move on if you were in my situation?
Cheer up. Present tense.
I usually cheer up when I see my friends. I don't cheer up easily when I'm feeling down. Do you cheer up when you eat your favorite food?
Past tense.
I cheered up after receiving good news. I didn't cheer up even though my friends tried to make me laugh. Did you cheer up when you received good news?
Future tense.
I will cheer up once this stressful week is over. I won't cheer up until I finish all my work. Will you cheer up if things don't work out?
Use of modal verbs.
I should cheer up and keep a positive mindset. I shouldn't let small things bring me down and cheer up. Would you cheer up if you received a surprise gift?
Day 32. Step up. Present tense.
I step up to help my team complete the project. I don't step up to help my team complete the project. Do you step up to help your team complete the project?
Past tense.
I stepped up to take on more responsibilities at work. I didn't step up to take on more responsibilities at work. Did you step up to take on more responsibilities at work?
Future tense.
I will step up and volunteer for the community service. I won't step up and volunteer for the community service. Will you step up and volunteer for the community service?
Use of modal verbs.
I should step up to lead the meeting in my manager's absence. You shouldn't step up to lead the meeting in my manager's absence. Should I step up to lead the meeting in my manager's absence?
Blow up. Present tense.
I blow up when someone lies to me. I don't blow up over small issues. Do you blow up when you're stressed?
Past tense.
I blew up at my friend for forgetting our appointment. I didn't blow up at him, even though he was late. Did you blow up at her when she dropped your phone?
Future tense.
I will blow up if he keeps ignoring my messages. I won't blow up even if she comes late again. Will you blow up if he forgets your birthday?
Use of modal verbs.
I should blow up less often. I shouldn't blow up at my friends when I'm upset. Should I blow up at him for ignoring me?
Crack up. Present tense.
I crack up every time I hear my friend's jokes. I don't crack up at his jokes anymore. Do you crack up while watching that comedy show?
Past tense.
I cracked up at a funny scene while watching a movie yesterday. I didn't crack up even when I saw that funny video. Didn't you crack up when you saw his outfit yesterday?
Future tense.
I will crack up if he wears that funny costume. I'm not going to crack up even if she tells that joke again. Will you crack up if I tell you a funny story?
Use of modal verbs.
I should crack up more to lighten up the atmosphere. You shouldn't crack up in serious situations. Could you crack up if I tell a funny story?
Day 3-3. Zone out. Present tense.
I usually zone out when I listen to music. I don't usually zone out when I listen to music. Do you usually zone out when you listen to music?
Past tense.
I zoned out during the lecture yesterday. I didn't zone out during the lecture yesterday. Did you zone out during the lecture yesterday?
Future tense.
I will probably zone out if the meeting gets too long tomorrow. I won't zone out if the content of the meeting is engaging tomorrow. Will you zone out if the class is not interesting tomorrow?
Use of modal verbs.
I should zone out to relax when I am stressed. I shouldn't zone out during a meeting. Could you zone out to relax when you are stressed?
Open up. Present tense.
I usually open up to my best friend about my worries. I don't usually open up easily to strangers. Do you open up about your feelings to your family?
Past tense.
I opened up a new book to start reading yesterday. I didn't open up the window, even though it was hot. Did you open up to your teacher about your difficulties?
Future tense.
I will open up a new chapter of my life when I move to the new city. I won't open up my secrets to someone I don't trust. Will you open up more opportunities by learning a new skill?
Use of modal verbs.
I should open up more time for my hobbies. I shouldn't open up my personal life to the public. Could you open up your schedule to meet me next week?
Close up. Present tense.
I usually close up the shop at 9 p.m. I don't usually close up the blinds during the day. Do you usually close up your store on time?
Past tense.
I closed up the shop early yesterday because it was a holiday. I didn't close up my jacket yesterday, even when it's cold. Did you close up the windows last night?
Future tense.
I will close up the project once it's completed. I won't close up the store early unless there's an emergency. Will the mart close up when the storm comes?
Use of modal verbs.
I should close up the conversation before it gets too late. I shouldn't close up my thinking to other possibilities. Could you close up the door before you leave?
Day 34. Zap through. Present tense.
I usually zap through the last episode of the show. I don't usually zap through the last episode of the show. Do you usually zap through the last episode of the show?
Past tense.
I zapped through the chapters of the textbook yesterday. I didn't zap through the chapters of the textbook yesterday. Did you zap through the chapters of the textbook yesterday?
Future tense.
Since I have a busy schedule tomorrow, I'll zap through the materials for tomorrow's schedule today. If I don't have a schedule tomorrow, I won't need to zap through any materials. With your busy schedule tomorrow, will you have time to zap through the materials?
Use of modal verbs.
I should zap through the meeting materials to make sure I haven't missed anything. I shouldn't zap through the meeting materials if I want to fully understand the details. Could you zap through the meeting materials to make sure you haven't missed anything?
Whip up. Present tense.
I usually whip up a quick meal when I'm busy. She doesn't whip up controversy in the team. Do you often whip up desserts for your friends?
Past tense.
I whipped up a report for the meeting yesterday. He didn't whip up enough interest for the event. Did you whip up that cake from scratch?
Future tense.
If I have time tonight, I'll whip up a nice dinner. If we don't advertise well, we won't whip up enough excitement for the concert. Will you whip up a speech for tomorrow's presentation?
Use of modal verbs.
You should whip up a quick breakfast before leaving. You shouldn't whip up unnecessary conflicts. Could you whip up a plan for our trip?
Spill out. Present tense.
I usually spill out all my thoughts to my best friend. I don't usually spill out my secrets to anyone.
Do you usually spill out your feelings easily?
Past tense.
I spilled out all my worries to my sister yesterday. I didn't spill out the truth about the incident. Did you spill out all your worries to your friends yesterday?
Future tense.
When the soccer game ends tomorrow, people will spill out of the stadium, so be careful.
If you pour the water up to the appropriate line, it won't spill out.
Will people spill out when the concert ends?
Use of modal verbs.
You should spill out your concerns to my friend.
You shouldn't spill out that rumor to her.
Could you spill out your thoughts on this project to the team?
Day 35. Get across. The phrase get across holds the meaning of convey or make understood. It is generally used when one wants to clearly convey thoughts, ideas, feelings, etc., to others. It encapsulates the meaning of conveying complex concepts or emotions in a way that the other person can understand. Present tense.
I get my thoughts across to others well. I don't get my ideas across to others properly. Do you get your thoughts across to others?
Past tense.
I got my opinion across to her. I didn't get my opinion across to him. Did you get your opinion across to him?
Future tense.
I will get my feelings across to her. I won't get my intentions across to him. Will you get your feelings across to him?
Use of modal verbs.
You should get your feelings across to her. I might not get my intentions across to him. Can you get your feelings across to him?
Hold back. The term hold back means to restrain or to withhold. It is typically used when one suppresses or refrains from expressing their emotions, thoughts, opinions, or from taking a certain action. It can also be used in situations where one conceals their emotions or does not disclose information or facts. Present tense.
She doesn't hold back her opinions in meetings. He holds back his feelings to avoid arguments. Are you holding back something from me?
Past tense.
I didn't hold back my tears when I watched the movie. She held back her thoughts during the discussion. Did you hold back your feelings for her?
Future tense.
He will hold back his emotions to maintain his composure. I won't hold back my ideas in the next meeting. Will you hold back your opinion in the debate?
Use of modal verbs.
He might hold back his feelings to avoid getting hurt. You should not hold back your thoughts during brainstorming sessions. Could you hold back your judgment until all evidence is presented?
Play down. Play down is an expression that means to understate or to minimize. It's often used when one intentionally makes something seem less important or less serious than it actually is. This could be a situation, condition, or an issue. It's typically employed to avoid worry, draw attention away from something, or to maintain a certain perspective. Present tense.
She often plays down her achievements. He doesn't play down the risks involved in the project. Are you playing down the significance of this issue?
Past tense.
I played down the pain to finish the race. They didn't play down the cost of the renovation. Did you play down your discomfort during the trip?
Future tense.
He will play down his role in the project's success. She won't play down the obstacles they had to overcome. Will you play down the impact of this decision?
Use of modal verbs.
We should play down the minor issues to focus on the major ones. He must not play down the seriousness of the situation. Could you play down your worries about the trip?
Day 36.
Blame. The word blame is like pointing a finger when something goes wrong. If you say, "It's your fault," you blame the person. It's about saying who or what made the bad thing happen. Imagine you're playing a game and your team loses. If you say, "We lost because of you," you're blaming that person for the loss. So, blame is when you tell who or what caused the problem or mistake. Present tense.
I blame myself for forgetting to lock the door. I don't blame myself for forgetting to lock the door. Do you blame yourself for forgetting to lock the door?
Past tense.
I blamed myself for missing the deadline. I didn't blame myself for missing the deadline. Did you blame yourself for missing the deadline?
Future tense.
I will blame you for being late to the airport and missing the flight. So, make sure to be on time. If you are late to the airport and miss the flight, I won't blame you. But, try to be on time in the future. If I am late to the airport and miss the flight, will you blame me? I'll make an effort to be on time from now on.
Use of modal verbs.
You should blame yourself for being late to the interview and missing the opportunity. You shouldn't blame yourself for being late to the interview and missing the opportunity. Could you blame yourself for being late to the interview and missing the opportunity?
Drive. The word drive here is used to mean to push or to propel. It represents the force that moves something forward to achieve a goal or intention. For instance, when we want to accomplish something, the strong will to succeed is the drive that keeps us going. This concept is similar to driving a car to a destination. Just like a driver uses the steering wheel and accelerator to move the car, drive is the internal force that moves our actions. Present tense.
The desire to win usually drives me to train every day. I don't usually feel driven to work hard when I lack motivation. Does the need for good grades usually drive you to study harder?
Past tense.
The sale drove me to buy more clothes than I needed last month. The absence of discounts didn't drive me to shop during the holiday season. Did the big discount drive you to buy unnecessary items last week?
Future tense.
The upcoming competition will drive me to practice more. If I don't receive enough support, it won't drive me to pursue my dreams. Will the chance of promotion drive you to work harder?
Use of modal verbs.
You should let your health concerns drive your diet choices. You shouldn't let peer pressure drive your actions. Could the need for relaxation drive you to take a rest?
Handle. The word handle refers to managing, dealing with, or responding to a situation or task. For instance, if you say, "I can handle this," you mean that you can manage or deal with the task at hand. Another example could be when the situation becomes difficult or complex, and you say, "I can handle this situation well." Handle in this case means you can manage or respond effectively to the situation. So, handle is about managing, dealing with, or responding effectively to a problem, situation, or task. Present tense.
I can handle a lot of work today. I can't handle watching scary movies. Can you handle picking up the kids from school today?
Past tense.
I handled all the house chores yesterday. I didn't handle the team member conflict at the company. Did you handle making dinner last night?
Future tense.
I will handle the meeting preparations for next week. I won't be able to handle a new project with my current workload. Will you be able to handle the driving on our road trip?
Use of modal verbs.
You should handle the situation calmly. You shouldn't handle the electrical repairs on your own, it's dangerous. Could you handle a large dog as a pet?
Day 37.
Consider. The word consider here is used to mean to think carefully about or to reflect on. It represents the process of deliberating or reflecting on a situation or a choice in order to make a decision. For instance, when we plan to do something, we consider its impact on us and what consequences it might bring. This process is similar to considering all possible outcomes before making a move in a chess game. Therefore, consider is a vital element that guides our actions. Present tense.
I consider eating a healthy breakfast important. I don't consider eating a healthy breakfast a waste of time. Do you consider eating a healthy breakfast necessary?
Past tense.
I considered quitting my job a good idea. I didn't consider quitting my job a good idea. Did you consider quitting my job a good idea?
Future tense.
I will consider buying a new car if I get a raise in my salary. I won't consider buying a new car if I don't get a raise in my salary. Will you consider buying a new car if you have more free time?
Use of modal verbs.
I should consider saving more money for my retirement. I shouldn't consider saving more money for my retirement. Could you consider saving more money for my retirement?
Implement. The word implement here is used to mean to put into effect according to or by means of a definite plan or procedure. It represents the execution of a plan, decision, or method. For instance, once we decide on a course of action, we then implement that decision, turning our ideas into reality. This process is similar to a builder using tools to implement the architectural plans of a house, transforming the blueprint into a physical structure. Therefore, implement is a critical action that brings our ideas to life. Present tense.
I implement a regular exercise routine to stay healthy. She doesn't implement her plans effectively. Do you implement a balanced diet in your daily life?
Past tense.
Last year, the government implemented new environmental policies. He didn't implement the advice his teacher had given him. Did they implement safety measures at the construction site?
Future tense.
Our school will implement a new curriculum next semester. If the weather is bad, we won't implement the outdoor activities. Will you implement these study tips for your final exam preparation?
Use of modal verbs.
We should implement regular exercise in our routine for better health. You shouldn't implement changes without proper testing. Could they implement a more efficient system for waste disposal?
Appreciate. The word appreciate here is used to mean to recognize the full worth of or to be grateful for. It represents the acknowledgement of the value or significance of something or someone. For instance, when we enjoy a beautiful sunset or a kind act from a friend, we appreciate these moments for their beauty or kindness. This process is similar to understanding the importance of each piece in a puzzle. We appreciate how each piece contributes to the complete picture. Therefore, appreciate is an important action in acknowledging the value and importance of the things and people around us. Present tense.
I appreciate your help on this project. They don't appreciate the value of hard work. Do you appreciate your mom for making delicious meals every day?
Past tense.
She appreciated the gift you gave her. I didn't appreciate the quietness of my home until I moved to the city. Did you appreciate your friend for preparing a surprise party on your birthday?
Future tense.
I will appreciate your feedback on my presentation. If you always complain, people won't appreciate your efforts. Will you appreciate me if I help you with something?
Use of modal verbs.
We should appreciate the small things in life. You shouldn't fail to appreciate the people who support you. Could you appreciate when someone helps you out?
Day 38.
Exchange. The word exchange here is used to mean to give something and receive something of the same kind in return. It symbolizes a mutual swap or replacement between two or more parties. For example, when two people trade items or when you return a product at a store and get a different one, that's an exchange. This concept is like bartering, where goods or services are exchanged without using money. Just like in a conversation, where ideas are exchanged, exchange represents the reciprocal giving and receiving in various contexts. Present tense.
If we have good ideas, we usually exchange them with each other. We don't usually exchange ideas with each other. Do you exchange good ideas with your team members when you have them?
Past tense.
I exchanged the broken item at the store yesterday. I didn't exchange the broken item at the store yesterday. Did you exchange the broken item at the store yesterday?
Future tense.
For my trip to Europe, I will exchange my money for euros tomorrow. I won't exchange my money for euros tomorrow, but plan to use my card when I go to Europe. Will you exchange your money for euros tomorrow?
Use of modal verbs.
I should exchange my old car for a new one. I shouldn't exchange my car for a new one because it's new. Would you consider exchanging your old car for a new one when it gets old?
Pitch. The word pitch here is used to mean to present or to propose. It represents the act of presenting a concept, a product, or an idea to others for their consideration, usually with the aim to persuade or convince them. For instance, when we want to introduce a new project or idea, we create a pitch to present it in the best possible way. This concept is similar to a baseball pitch, where the ball is thrown with the aim to strike out the batter. Just like a baseball player pitches the ball towards the home plate, pitch is the act of presenting our ideas or proposals towards others. On the other hand, the phrase pitch in is used to mean to contribute or to help out. It represents the act of joining others to help achieve a common goal or task. For instance, when a team is working on a project and needs extra help, a team member can pitch in to assist. This concept is similar to everyone adding ingredients to a common pot for a communal meal. Just like everyone pitches in their ingredients to make the meal more flavorful, pitch in is the act of contributing our efforts to help accomplish a shared goal. Present tense.
I often pitch in baseball games on weekends. I don't pitch ideas without thoroughly researching first. Do you often pitch to other companies for business deals?
Past tense.
Yesterday, I pitched a new idea to my boss. I didn't pitch well in the last baseball game. Did you pitch your new project at the meeting last week?
Future tense.
I will pitch a tent for camping this weekend. I won't pitch unless I'm fully prepared. Will you pitch a new project at the next company meeting?
Use of modal verbs.
You should pitch in to help with the party preparations. You shouldn't pitch in if you're not familiar with the task. Could you pitch in to complete this project on time?
Whip. The word whip here is used to mean to beat into a froth or foam or to move quickly and directly. It represents the act of beating something like cream or eggs into a froth or foam for culinary purposes. For instance, when we want to make a whip topping for a dessert, we whip the cream to create the desired texture. This concept is similar to the quick and direct movement of a whip when it's used. Just like a whip moves quickly and directly, whip represents a swift and direct action. The phrase whip through is used to mean to complete quickly or efficiently. It represents the act of quickly finishing a task or process. For example, when we have a lot of work to do, we might whip through the easier tasks to save time and effort. Lastly, the phrase whip up is used to mean to try to make people feel a strong emotion or have a strong opinion. It represents the act of stirring up emotions or opinions, often with the aim of influencing behavior. For instance, a politician might whip up support for a policy by giving passionate speeches. Present tense.
We usually whip through our homework quickly. I don't usually whip my eggs before making scrambled, for example. Do you often whip through tasks at work?
Past tense.
Yesterday, I whipped up a quick dinner for my family. I didn't whip up much enthusiasm for the project. Did you manage to whip through all the chapters before the exam?
Future tense.
I'll whip through the housework before lunch. I won't whip up public opinion without facts. Do you think we can whip through the agenda quickly?
Use of modal verbs.
You should whip through the less important tasks to save time. You shouldn't whip up a crowd without a safety plan. Could you whip up a sandwich for me?
Day 39.
Suppose. The word suppose is used when we assume something to be true or real. It's about believing or imagining a situation. For example, if we say, I suppose it will rain tomorrow, it means we think or believe it will rain tomorrow. From our daily life to making big decisions, we often suppose or imagine various scenarios and possibilities. Just like painting a picture in our mind, suppose is the brush that creates the image of our thoughts or beliefs. Present tense.
I suppose you are busy with your new big project. I don't suppose you are free, considering your new big project. Do you suppose you can finish your new big project on time?
Past tense.
I supposed you were at home yesterday, so I dropped by your house. I didn't suppose you were at home yesterday, so I didn't drop by your house. Did you suppose I would drop by your house yesterday when you were at home?
Future tense.
You will be supposed to relax after hard work. You will not be supposed to work continuously without a break after hard work. Will you be supposed to relax after hard work?
Use of modal verbs.
I suppose I could join you for dinner. I suppose I couldn't join you for dinner due to a previous engagement. Do you suppose I could join you for dinner?
Bet. The word bet primarily has two main meanings. The first meaning is to wager. That is, when you are certain that something will happen, and you stake money or other things on that belief. The second meaning is to be certain or to be sure. In this case, bet is a phrase that indicates certainty about a fact or outcome. For example, when you say I bet you're tired, it means I'm sure you're tired. Therefore, depending on the context, bet can be used to mean to wager or to be sure or to be certain. Present tense.
I bet you're enjoying the new book. I don't bet he is going to be on time for the meeting. Do you bet she's going to win the competition?
Past tense.
I bet that you would be thrilled when you received the award. I didn't bet that they were going to win the game yesterday. Did you bet that I was going to lose?
Future tense.
I bet you will love the surprise. I don't bet that it's going to rain tomorrow. Do you bet she will pass the exam?
Use of modal verbs.
I bet you can finish your work before the deadline. I bet you can't stop watching that TV series until it ends. Do you bet I can cook dinner tonight?
Layout. The term layout is primarily used to mean to arrange, to set out, or to plan. Firstly, to arrange or to set out refers to positioning or arranging things neatly. For instance, preparing your clothes for the next day would be an example of this. Secondly, to plan refers to detailing the process or steps before doing something. For example, setting up a plan before starting a project would be an instance of this. Therefore, layout is a term used to signify the act of organizing something or planning something in detail. Present tense.
I lay out my clothes for tomorrow every night. He doesn't lay out a clear plan for the project. Do you lay out your ideas before writing an essay?
Past tense.
She laid out all the ingredients before starting to cook. They didn't lay out the terms of the agreement clearly. Did you lay out your plans for the weekend?
Future tense.
We will lay out the strategy for the next quarter in the meeting. I won't lay out all the details until I get confirmation. Will you lay out the options for us?
Use of modal verbs.
You should lay out your goals for the year. We shouldn't lay out our personal information online. Could you lay out the steps to finish this task?
Day 40.
Engage. Engage is a versatile word with several meanings. It can mean to participate in an activity or event, to captivate or draw someone's attention or interest, to employ or hire someone for a job or service, and to establish a relationship with a person or organization. Thus, engage can be used in various contexts where we connect or tie ourselves to an activity, a person, or an organization. Present tense.
I usually engage in deep conversations with my best friend when we are facing difficulties. I don't usually engage in deep conversations with my best friend in normal times. When do you usually engage in deep conversations with your best friend?
Past tense.
I engaged in the marathon event last month. I didn't engage in the marathon event last month because I injured my leg. Did you engage in the marathon event last month?
Future tense.
I will engage a personal trainer to start exercising. I won't engage a personal trainer to start exercising if it's too expensive. I will do home training instead. Will you engage a personal trainer to start exercising?
Use of modal verbs.
I should engage my students with more interactive activities. I shouldn't engage an agent without checking his credentials. Could you engage in a long-term commitment with our company?
Admire. Admire is a multifaceted word with several meanings. It can mean to respect or have a high regard for someone or something, to appreciate or recognize the good qualities, achievements, or efforts of someone, and to marvel or feel or express astonishment, surprise, or admiration for something. Thus, admire can be used in various contexts where we express positive feelings or high regard towards a person, their qualities, or their achievements. Present tense.
I admire my parents for their hard work throughout their lives. I don't admire corrupt politicians. Do you admire your parents?
Past tense.
I admired the beautiful sunset yesterday. I didn't admire the movie we watched last night. Did you admire the view from the top of the mountain?
Future tense.
I will admire your performance if you play well in the game. I won't admire your work if it lacks originality. Will you admire his painting if it wins an award?
Use of modal verbs.
We should admire her for her excellent presentation skills. You shouldn't admire someone just because they are famous. Could you admire their good deeds and praise them?
Assign. Assign is a versatile word with several meanings. It can mean to delegate a task or responsibility to another person, to position or place someone, or something in a particular place or role, to appoint someone to a particular job or role, and to dispatch someone to a place in order to deal with a task. Thus, assign can be used in various contexts where we allocate responsibilities, roles, or tasks to a person or a thing. Present tense.
I assign tasks to my team members based on their skills. She doesn't assign homework on weekends. Do you assign specific roles to each member in the group project?
Past tense.
The company assigned a new CEO last month. The company didn't assign you as the team leader because they thought you lacked ability. Do you think a director with exceptional ability was assigned to that team?
Future tense.
I will assign you to the new branch office in London. The company won't assign any employees to the overseas project during the holiday season. Will the company assign you to the team in charge of the new project?
Use of modal verbs.
You should assign different tasks to different people to ensure efficiency. We mustn't assign the same task to multiple people. Could you assign this task to someone else?
Before beginning our speaking practice, let's learn some new vocabulary. Today's keyword, to improve our English skills.
Head out. Understanding the term head out. First, we are going to learn about the term head out. It is a commonly used phrasal verb in English, which is a casual and informal way to say, leave, or depart. When to use head out. Head out is used when you are about to leave your current location to go somewhere else. For example, you can say I'm heading out to the grocery store, when you are about to leave for the grocery store. Or, let's head out to the beach, when you suggest leaving for the beach. How is head out used in sentences? As a phrasal verb, head out is typically used as a verb phrase in a sentence. It isn't commonly used as a noun or adjective. It's mostly used to express the action of leaving. Key point to remember about head out. The key point to remember about head out is that it indicates the action of leaving a place, especially to go somewhere else. So, if you hear someone say I'm going to head out, it generally means that they are about to leave. Conclusion. Remember, head out is a handy phrase to use when you're leaving to go somewhere. It's a casual way to say, leave, or depart. It's an essential term to understand and use in daily English conversations.
More detailed explanation.
1. General conversation.
Example.
I'm going to head out to the grocery store.
Here, head out means the speaker is about to leave for the grocery store. 2. Meeting or work.
Example.
After the meeting, I'll head out to meet our client.
In this context, head out means the speaker will leave to meet a client after the meeting. 3. Social gathering.
Example.
We should head out to the new restaurant for dinner.
In this scenario, head out is used to suggest leaving for the new restaurant for dinner. 4. Travel or vacation.
Example.
Let's head out early to avoid the traffic.
Here, head out means leaving early, typically for a trip or journey, to avoid traffic. 5. Leisure or entertainment.
Example.
I'll head out to the restaurant once I finish this work.
In this context, head out means the speaker plans to leave for the restaurant after finishing the work. Move on. Understanding the term move on. First, we are going to learn about the term move on. It is a commonly used phrasal verb in English, which means to leave behind the past or a situation and proceed forward. When to use move on. Move on is used when you are ready to leave behind something and go forward. For example, you can say it's time to move on from this incident, when you want to leave behind a bad experience. Or, she moved on to a new job, when someone has taken up a new job leaving the previous one. How is move on used in sentences? As a phrasal verb, move on is typically used as a verb phrase in a sentence. It isn't commonly used as a noun or adjective. It's mostly used to express the action of leaving behind and going forward. Key point to remember about move on. The key point to remember about move on is that it indicates the action of leaving behind the past or a situation and proceeding forward. So, if you hear someone say I'm going to move on, it generally means that they are ready to leave behind something and go forward. Conclusion. Remember, move on is a useful phrase to use when you're ready to leave behind the past or a situation and proceed forward. It's a way to express the readiness to go forward. It's an essential term to understand and use in daily English conversations.
More detailed explanation.
1. General conversation.
Example.
We need to move on from this topic and discuss the next agenda.
Here, move on refers to leaving the current topic and proceeding to the next one in a conversation. 2. Dealing with a breakup.
Example.
He decided it was time to move on after his breakup.
In this context, move on is used to express the readiness to leave behind the past relationship and go forward. 3. Professional setting.
Example.
After completing the project successfully, the team moved on to the next task.
Here, move on denotes the action of finishing one task and proceeding to the next one in a professional setting. 4. Overcoming difficulties.
Example.
Despite the challenges, she moved on and achieved her goals.
In this scenario, move on is used to indicate the action of overcoming difficulties and proceeding towards achieving goals. 5. Learning from mistakes.
Example.
I made a mistake, but I've learned from it and moved on.
Here, move on refers to learning from a mistake and not dwelling on it, instead proceeding forward. Cheer up. Understanding the term cheer up. First, we are going to learn about the term cheer up. It is a commonly used phrasal verb in English, which means to become happier or to make someone feel happier. When to use cheer up. Cheer up is used when you want to express the action of becoming happier or making someone happier. For example, you can say cheer up, things will get better, when you want to encourage someone who is feeling down. Or, this song always cheers me up, when a particular song makes you feel happy. How is cheer up used in sentences? As a phrasal verb, cheer up is typically used as a verb phrase in a sentence. It isn't commonly used as a noun or adjective. It's mostly used to express the action of becoming happier or making someone happier. Key point to remember about cheer up. The key point to remember about cheer up is that it indicates the action of becoming happier or making someone happier. So, if you hear someone say cheer up, it generally means that they want you to feel happier. Conclusion. Remember, cheer up is a useful phrase to use when you want to express the action of becoming happier or making someone happier. It's a way to express happiness. It's an essential term to understand and use in daily English conversations.
More detailed explanation.
1. General conversation.
Example.
Cheer up, it's not the end of the world.
Here, cheer up is used to encourage someone who is feeling down, suggesting that things aren't as bad as they seem. 2. Supporting a friend.
Example.
I know you're upset about the test, but cheer up.
There's always next time. In this context, cheer up is used to comfort and encourage a friend who is upset about a bad test result. 3. After a breakup.
Example.
She was really sad after the breakup, but her friends helped her cheer up.
Here, cheer up refers to the process of becoming happier or making someone happier after a sad event. 4. During a party.
Example.
The party was a bit dull at first, but the music really cheered everyone up.
In this scenario, cheer up is used to describe how music can make people feel happier at a party. 5. Motivation.
Example.
Cheer up. Every cloud has a silver lining.
Here, cheer up is used as a way to motivate someone who is feeling down, suggesting that every negative situation has a positive aspect. Step up. What does step up mean? Let's begin with the term step up. This phrase is commonly used when someone takes on more responsibility or a leading role in a situation. Step up as a verb. As a verb, step up can be used to describe someone taking on a bigger role or more responsibilities, often in a work context. For example, when the manager was ill, Sarah had to step up and take charge. Step up as a noun. As a noun, step up can refer to an increase or improvement. For instance, getting that promotion was a real step up for him. Step up as an adjective. As an adjective, step up can describe something that increases or improves. For example, he bought a step-up transformer for his audio equipment. Why step up is important? One of the most important and common uses of step up is as a call to action, to encourage someone to improve or to take responsibility. For example, we need everyone to step up and contribute if we want to win this game. It's a phrase that implies initiative, bravery, and responsibility. It's definitely a term worth knowing and using. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
I need to step up my game if I want to win the championship.
Here, step up refers to improving one's performance or efforts, especially in a competitive setting. 2. Work or school project. Example.
When our team leader fell sick, Jake had to step up and lead the project.
In this context, step up is used to express taking on a responsibility, especially due to unforeseen circumstances. 3. Self-improvement. Example.
I've decided to step up my efforts to learn a new language this year.
Here, step up is used to indicate an increase in one's efforts, especially for personal growth or self-improvement. 4. Challenge or difficult situation. Example.
It's a tough situation, but we all need to step up and do our best.
In this scenario, step up is used to express the need to rise to the occasion, especially during challenging times. 5. Leadership or responsibility. Example.
Our community needs someone to step up and lead this initiative.
Here, step up refers to taking on a leadership role, especially when there is a need or a gap. Blow up. What does blow up mean? Next, we have the term blow up. This phrase has various meanings, including to express an explosion, inflation, or sudden anger. Blow up as a verb, explosion. As a verb, blow up can mean to explode or cause to explode. For example, the fireworks blew up in the sky. Blow up as a verb, anger. In a more figurative sense, blow up can mean to become very angry. For example, he blew up when he found out the news. Blow up as a verb, inflation. In another context, blow up can mean to inflate something, like a balloon. For example, could you blow up these balloons for the party? Blow up as a noun or adjective. As a noun or adjective, blow up can refer to a violent or explosive argument. For example, their blow up in the meeting was shocking. Why blow up is important. One of the most common uses of blow up is to refer to someone becoming very angry. It's a phrase that denotes a sudden outburst of anger. For example, try not to blow up at little things, it's not good for your health. This is a phrase worth knowing and using. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
Don't blow up at me, I was just trying to help.
Here, blow up is used to describe someone getting very angry, especially in a disproportionate way. 2. Work or school project. Example.
The experiment blew up in the lab, but thankfully no one was hurt.
In this context, blow up is used to describe a literal explosion, often in a surprising or unexpected context. 3. Family or personal relationships. Example.
There was a big blow-up between them at the family dinner.
In this sentence, blow up is used as a noun, indicating a large or intense argument or disagreement that happened between them during the family dinner. 4. Party or event. Example.
We need to blow up a lot of balloons for the party.
In this scenario, blow up is used to describe the act of inflating something, specifically balloons in this case. 5. News or media. Example.
The actress' controversial comment blew up on social media.
Here, blow up refers to something gaining a lot of attention or becoming very popular, especially in a short amount of time. Crack up. What does crack up mean? Finally, we'll talk about crack up as a verb, which is used to describe someone laughing or causing laughter. For example, the comedian's jokes really cracked me up. Crack up as a verb, laughter. As a verb, crack up is used to describe someone laughing or causing laughter. For example, the comedian's jokes really cracked me up. Crack up as a verb, losing control. Crack up can also refer to someone breaking down emotionally or mentally, often due to stress or pressure. For example, she was under so much pressure, she just cracked up. Crack up as a noun. As a noun, crack up can refer to a breakdown or crash. For example, the stress led to a crack up. Why crack up is important. One of the most common and important uses of crack up is to refer to laughter. It's a fun and informal phrase often used in casual conversations to express amusement. For example, you'll crack up when you hear this joke. It's definitely a phrase worth knowing and using. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
His jokes always crack me up.
Here, crack up refers to finding something very funny and laughing a lot as a result. 2. Stressful situation. Example.
I was so stressed about the exam, I thought I was going to crack up.
In this context, crack up is used to express the feeling of losing control or breaking down due to intense stress. 3. Watching a comedy show. Example.
The stand-up comedian was so hilarious, the whole audience was cracking up.
Here, Cracking up is used to describe a group of people laughing a lot because they find something very funny. 4. Observing someone else's reaction. Example.
When she saw him trip over, she completely cracked up.
In this situation, cracked up is used to describe someone laughing a lot at something they have observed. 5. Recalling a funny memory. Example.
Remember when we tried to bake a cake and it collapsed? That still cracks me up.
Here, cracks me up is used to express the speaker finding a memory very funny and laughing when they recall it. Zone out. What does zone out mean? Let's explore the term zone out. This phrase describes a state of mind when someone is not paying attention because they're lost in their own thoughts or daydreaming. When do we zone out? You might zone out in certain situations, such as during a long meeting at work when your mind starts to wander, or while studying, or reading a book, and you suddenly realize you've been staring at the same page but not really reading the words. How to use zone out? Zone out is generally used as a verb. For instance, you might say, I zoned out during the lecture. It can be used in both its base form zone out and its past tense form zoned out. Why is zone out important? Zone out is an important phrase to understand as it's commonly used in casual conversation. It's a handy way to describe those moments when our minds wander away from the present situation. So knowing how to use zone out can help you better express yourself in daily communication. More detailed explanation. 1. Studying or working. Example.
I often zone out while studying for exams.
In this context, zone out means the person loses focus or stops paying attention while studying because their mind is wandering or daydreaming. 2. Watching TV or movie. Example.
I zoned out during the movie and missed the important scene.
Here, zone out refers to the person not paying attention or mentally drifting away while watching a movie, thus missing an important part of it. 3. Listening to music. Example.
I like to zone out and listen to music after a long day.
In this case, zone out is used to describe the state of relaxing and disconnecting from one's surroundings while listening to music. 4. Long drive. Example.
I zoned out during the long drive and missed our exit.
Here, zone out means the person lost focus or was not fully paying attention during a long drive, which resulted in missing the correct exit. 5. Meditation or yoga. Example.
During yoga, I zone out and focus on my breathing.
In this context, zone out is used to describe the person's state of mind where they disconnect from their surroundings and focus inward, such as on their breathing during yoga or meditation. Open up. What does open up mean? We'll be discussing the phrase open up. This term has various meanings, including the act of opening something that was closed or the act of sharing personal thoughts, feelings, or information. Literal use of open up. In a literal sense, open up can be used to mean opening something that was closed. For instance, can you open up the box? Or he opened up the door for her. Figurative use of open up. Open up is also often used in a more figurative or emotional sense to mean sharing your feelings, thoughts, or personal information. For example, she doesn't often open up about her feelings or he opened up to his friend about his problems. Importance of open up. Open up is a versatile phrase that is often used both in its literal sense and to express the act of sharing personal thoughts, feelings, or information. It's a handy phrase to know in English. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
We need to open up this package to see what's inside.
In this context, open up refers to the act of opening something that was closed, such as a package or a box. 2. Sharing personal feelings. Example.
He finds it hard to open up about his feelings.
Here, open up means to share or reveal personal feelings or emotions. It suggests the person has difficulty expressing his emotions to others. 3. During therapy or counseling. Example.
The therapist encouraged her to open up about her childhood.
In this situation, open up is used to express the act of sharing personal or private information, especially in a therapeutic or counseling context. 4. In physical spaces. Example.
The new highway has really opened up the town.
Here, open up refers to making a place more accessible or less confined, such as improving transportation links to a town. 5. In business context. Example.
The company plans to open up a new store in the city.
In this context, open up means to start a new business or establish a new branch of a business. Close up. What does close up mean? We're going to dive into the phrase close up. This term can refer to the act of shutting something, or in a more specialized context, it denotes a type of shot in photography or film. Literal use of close up. In a literal sense, close up can be used to mean shutting something that was open. For instance, please close up the box after you take out the cookies, or she closed up the shop for the night. Specific use of close up. Close up has a specific meaning in the field of photography and film. Here, a close-up is a shot that tightly frames a person or an object. It's used to show detail or to highlight a particular subject. For example, the director used a close-up to capture the actor's emotional reaction. Importance of close-up. Close-up is a versatile phrase that is often used both in its literal sense and in a specialized context in photography or film. It's a handy phrase to know in English. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
Could you close up the box after you're done?
In this context, close up refers to the act of shutting or sealing something that was open, such as a box. 2. Store closing. Example.
We need to close up the store for the night.
Here, close up means to shut or seal a place, like a store, often at the end of a business day. 3. Photography. Example.
Let's get a close-up of the bride's bouquet.
In this situation, close-up is used in a photography context to mean a shot that tightly frames a subject, in this case, the bride's bouquet. 4. Dental check. Example.
The dentist took a close-up X-ray of my teeth.
Here, close-up refers to a detailed or close-range image or view, in this case, an X-ray in a dental context. 5. Emotional sharing. Example.
He finds it hard to close up after sharing his feelings.
In this context, close-up means to become less open or communicative after sharing personal feelings or experiences. It suggests the person has difficulty retaining his openness after expressing his emotions to others. Zap through. What does zap through mean? Let's dive into the term zap through. This phrase is often used when we want to express the action of quickly going through or skipping parts of something, especially in a digital context. Usage of zap through. The phrase zap through can be used in various situations. For instance, when watching a TV show, you might zap through the commercials, which means you skip them. Or, if you have a lengthy document, you might zap through it, which means you quickly skim or scan it. Zap through in grammar. In grammar, zap through is used as a verb phrase. It doesn't have a noun or adjective form because it specifically describes an action of quickly passing through or skipping over something. Important note on zap through. An important thing to remember about zap through is that it's very informal and mostly used in casual conversations rather than formal writing. So, it's a handy phrase to remember when you need to express the action of quickly going over something in a casual or informal context. More detailed explanation. 1. Television watching. Example.
I usually zap through the commercials when I'm watching my favorite shows.
In this context, zap through means to fast forward or skip the commercials during a TV show. 2. Reading a document. Example.
He zapped through the document to find the information he needed.
Here, zap through refers to quickly skimming or scanning through a document to find specific information. 3. Online video viewing. Example.
My son tends to zap through YouTube videos, only watching the parts he's interested in.
In this scenario, zap through means to quickly skip or fast forward through parts of the videos. 4. Listening to a podcast. Example.
I often zap through the introductions when I listen to podcasts.
Here, zap through is used to express skipping or fast forwarding through the introductions of podcasts. 5. Browsing social media. Example.
I zap through my Instagram feed when I don't have much time.
In this context, zap through refers to quickly scrolling or skimming through social media posts. Whip up. What does whip up mean? We're exploring the phrase whip up. It typically refers to the action of quickly creating something or stirring up emotions. Usage of whip up. The phrase whip up can be used in various situations. For instance, when you're busy, you might whip up a quick meal, which means you prepare it quickly. Or, a speaker might whip up excitement for an event, meaning they stir up or incite excitement. Whip up in grammar. In grammar, whip up is used as a verb phrase. It doesn't have a noun or adjective form because it specifically describes an action of quickly creating something or stirring up emotions. Important note on whip up. An important thing to remember about whip up is that it's commonly used in both casual conversations and formal writing. It's a versatile phrase that can express the action of quickly creating something or inciting emotions, so it's handy to remember. More detailed explanation. 1. Quick meal preparation. Example.
When I'm short on time, I whip up a quick salad for lunch.
In this context, whip up refers to quickly preparing or creating a meal, like a salad. 2. Creating excitement. Example.
The marketing team whipped up enthusiasm for the new product launch.
Here, whip up is used to stimulate or create excitement or enthusiasm. 3. Impromptu gathering. Example.
With unexpected guests arriving, I had to whip up a last-minute dinner.
In this scenario, whip up refers to quickly preparing or arranging a meal under short notice. 4. Fast solution. Example.
When the problem arose, he managed to whip up a solution in no time.
Here, whip up is used to express quickly coming up with a solution to a problem. 5. Spontaneous activity. Example.
On a rainy day, she whipped up a fun indoor game to keep the kids entertained.
In this context, whip up refers to quickly creating or coming up with an activity or idea. Spill out. What does spill out mean? We're focusing on the phrase spill out in this session. This term generally refers to the action of flowing or falling out of a container, or people exiting a place in large numbers. Usage of spill out. The phrase spill out can be used in various situations. For instance, when water flows out of a glass, we say the water spilled out of the glass. Or, when people leave a place in large numbers, like after a concert, we say the crowd spilled out onto the streets. Spill out in grammar. In grammar, spill out is used as a verb phrase. It doesn't have a noun or adjective form because it specifically describes an action of flowing or falling out, or people exiting in large numbers. Important note on spill out. An important thing to remember about spill out is that it's commonly used in both casual conversations and formal writing. It's a versatile phrase that can express the action of overflowing from a container or people exiting en masse, so it's handy to remember. More detailed explanation. 1. Accidental spill. Example.
I accidentally knocked over my cup, and the coffee spilled out onto the table.
In this context, spill out refers to the coffee flowing or falling out of the cup onto the table. 2. Crowd dispersal. Example.
After the football game, fans spilled out of the stadium.
Here, spill out is used to describe people leaving a place in large numbers, like fans exiting a stadium. 3. Overpacking. Example.
I tried to fit too many clothes in the suitcase, and they spilled out when I opened it.
In this scenario, spill out refers to the clothes overflowing or falling out of the suitcase due to overpacking. 4. Traffic incident. Example.
Due to an accident, oil spilled out onto the road.
Here, spill out describes the action of oil flowing or falling out onto the road as a result of an accident. 5. Emergency evacuation. Example.
When the fire alarm sounded, people spilled out of the building quickly.
In this context, spill out refers to people quickly exiting a building in response to an emergency. Get across. What does get across mean? Let's explore the term get across. This phrase becomes pivotal when we aim to convey or communicate our ideas, feelings, or thoughts effectively. When you're sharing a story, explaining a concept, or expressing your feelings and the other person understands, you have gotten your message across. How to use get across? Let's see how we can use get across in our sentences. It's typically used as a verb. For instance, I need to get this message across to my team, or he couldn't get his point across at the meeting. These examples demonstrate the practical use of get across in everyday conversation. The essential role of get across. Why is get across so important? It's not just a phrase, but a powerful tool for communication. Get across ensures your listener fully understands your message, making your communication impactful. Whether you're sharing an idea, expressing a feeling, or explaining a rule, the ability to get across your message effectively can be a game changer. Remember, successful communication is about making sure the other person catches your ball of information, and get across is the tool that enables this. More detailed explanation. 1. Communication in relationships. Example.
I need to get my feelings across to him.
In this case, get across is used to express the need to communicate or convey one's feelings to someone else, in this instance, a significant other. 2. Business presentation. Example.
I hope I was able to get across the main points of our new strategy.
Here, get across refers to successfully conveying or communicating the key points of a new strategy during a business presentation. 3. Teaching or tutoring. Example.
The teacher struggled to get the concept across to her students.
In this context, get across is used to describe the teacher's effort to make her students understand a particular concept. 4. Personal expression. Example.
She's good at getting her ideas across in her writing.
Here, get across means successfully conveying or expressing one's ideas, in this instance, through writing. 5. Public speaking. Example.
It's important to get your message across clearly when you're giving a speech.
In this case, get across refers to the necessity of clearly communicating one's message during a public speech. Hold back. What does hold back mean? We're diving into the term hold back now. This phrase centers around the idea of restraining oneself or preventing oneself from doing something. Be it holding back a secret, or restraining oneself in a race to save energy, hold back is utilized in contexts where self-control or caution is required. How to use hold back? Let's see how we can use hold back in our sentences. It's typically used as a verb. For instance, she held back her tears, or he held back from joining the argument. These examples demonstrate the practical use of hold back in everyday conversation. The essential role of hold back. Why is hold back so important? It's not just a phrase, but a key tool in expressing restraint or control. Hold back is about exercising self-control, whether it's restraining emotions, actions, or words. It's particularly significant in situations that require discretion or control. Remember, hold back is a powerful phrase that helps to convey the idea of restraint and self-control effectively. It's a must-know term if you want to fully comprehend the nuances of English communication. More detailed explanation. 1. Emotional control. Example.
I had to hold back my tears during the movie.
In this case, hold back is used to express the effort to control or restrain one's tears while watching a movie. 2. Expressing opinions. Example.
She held back her opinion during the heated discussion.
Here, hold back refers to the act of restraining or not expressing one's opinion during a heated discussion. 3. Professional setting. Example.
I had to hold back my frustration with the team's performance.
In this context, hold back is used to describe the effort to control or not express frustration about the team's performance. 4. Personal restraint. Example.
He held back from eating another slice of cake to stay healthy.
Here, hold back means restraining oneself from doing something. In this instance, eating another slice of cake for health reasons. 5. Competition or sports. Example.
The runner held back in the first lap to save energy for the end of the race.
In this case, hold back describes the strategy of restraining or controlling one's speed in a race to save energy for the end. Play down. What does play down mean? We're focusing on the term play down. This phrase is about making something seem less important or less serious than it actually is. Whether it's playing down an achievement to demonstrate modesty, or playing down a problem to prevent panic, play down is used when we aim to understate the importance or seriousness of something. How to use play down? Let's see how we can use play down in our sentences. It's typically used as a verb. For instance, he played down his role in the project's success, or she's playing down the issues to avoid causing panic. These examples demonstrate the practical use of play down in everyday conversation. Why is play down important? Why is play down important? It's all about understatement and minimizing the perceived significance of something. When you play down something, you're showing modesty, humility, or tact. So, understanding play down is crucial for portraying these qualities in communication. More detailed explanation. 1. Modesty in achievement. Example.
He played down his role in winning the contract.
Here, play down is used to express modesty by making one's role in winning a contract seem less significant than it actually was. 2. Minimizing problems. Example.
She played down the issues in the project to avoid causing panic.
In this context, play down is used to minimize the perceived severity of issues in a project to prevent causing panic. 3. Humility in success. Example.
The actress played down her success, attributing it to luck.
Here, play down is used to express humility by making one's success seem less significant or more attributable to luck. 4. Downplaying disagreements. Example.
They played down their disagreement to maintain a peaceful atmosphere.
In this case, play down refers to making a disagreement seem less serious in order to maintain a peaceful atmosphere. 5. Reducing concern. Example.
The doctor played down the seriousness of the condition to alleviate the patient's worry.
Here, play down is used to make a medical condition seem less serious than it is in order to alleviate the patient's worry. Blame. What does blame mean? Today we're going to explore the term blame. This word is used when we want to hold someone or something responsible for a mistake or wrong action. Using blame as a verb. When used as a verb, blame is about pointing out who or what caused a problem or mistake. For instance, my brother blames me for losing his keys means my brother thinks I am responsible for his lost keys. Using blame as a noun. As a noun, blame is about the responsibility for something gone wrong. For example, the blame for the mistake lies with me means I am accepting that I am responsible for the mistake. Essential phrase with blame. Lastly, it's important to understand the phrase to place blame, which means to assign responsibility for a fault or wrong. It's a must-know usage of blame. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
You shouldn't blame your brother for everything.
Here, blame is used to express that one should not always make their brother responsible for every bad thing that happens. 2. Disagreement or argument. Example.
He quickly blamed me for the broken vase.
In this context, blame is used to express that he pointed me out as the one responsible for the vase that got broken. 3. Workplace situation. Example.
My boss tends to blame the team when things go wrong.
Here, blame denotes that the boss tends to hold the team responsible whenever there are issues or problems at work. 4. Family context. Example.
Mom always blames the dog when she can't find her slippers.
In this case, blame is used to express that the mom always thinks the dog is the reason she can't find her slippers. 5. Apology or regret. Example.
I blame myself for not studying enough for the exam.
Here, blame is used to express self-criticism or regret for not having prepared adequately for the exam. Drive. What does drive mean? Today we're going to explore the term drive. This word can be used in various ways, including to express operating a vehicle, propelling something forward, or having a strong inner motivation. Using drive as a verb. When used as a verb, drive is about operating a vehicle or pushing something forward. For instance, I drive to work every day means I operate a car to get to work each day. Using drive as a noun. As a noun, drive can mean a trip or journey in a car or a strong inner motivation. For example, the drive to the beach was long means the car trip to the beach took a long time. Essential meaning of drive. Lastly, it's important to understand drive when it refers to motivation or ambition. For example, when we say, he has the drive to win, it means he has a strong motivation or determination to win. This is a must-know usage of drive. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
I drive my kids to school every day.
Here, drive refers to the act of operating a vehicle, specifically to take the speaker's kids to school. 2. Planning a trip. Example.
We decided to drive to the beach instead of taking the train.
In this context, drive is used to express the decision to travel by car rather than by train. 3. Workplace situation. Example.
She drives a hard bargain in business deals.
Here, drive denotes pushing or advocating strongly in negotiations, implying that she is a tough negotiator. 4. Motivation and ambition. Example.
His drive to succeed is really impressive.
In this case, drive refers to a strong internal motivation or ambition, suggesting that his determination to succeed is admirable. 5. Apology or regret. Example.
I have to drive more carefully next time.
Here, drive is used to express the intention to operate a vehicle with more caution in the future. Handle. What does handle mean? Today we're going to explore the term handle. This word can be used in various ways, including to express managing or dealing with something, physically touching or holding something, or referring to the part of an object designed to be held. Using handle as a verb. When used as a verb, handle is about managing or dealing with a task or situation, or physically interacting with an object. For instance, I can handle this task means I can manage or deal with this task effectively. Using handle as a noun. As a noun, handle refers to the part of an object designed to be held by the hand. For example, the handle of the cup is broken means the part of the cup that you hold is broken. Essential meaning of handle. Lastly, it's important to understand handle when it refers to managing or dealing with a situation or task. For example, when we say, "She can handle pressure well," it means she can manage or deal with pressure effectively. This is a must-know usage of handle. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
I can handle cooking dinner tonight.
Here, handle refers to the ability to manage or take care of a task, specifically cooking dinner in this case. 2. Problem solving. Example.
She handled the crisis at work very well.
In this context, handle is used to express the ability to manage or deal with a difficult situation, in this case, a crisis at work. 3. Physical interaction. Example.
Please handle the antique vase with care.
Here, handle denotes physically touching or holding something, implying that one should be careful with the antique vase. 4. Workplace situation. Example.
He handles customer complaints in our department.
In this case, handle refers to the responsibility of managing or dealing with something, specifically customer complaints in the department. 5. Apology or regret. Example.
I should have handled the situation better.
Here, handle is used to express regret or self-criticism about not managing a situation as well as one could have. Consider. What does consider mean? Today we're going to delve into the term consider. This word is commonly used to express thoughtful deliberation or to indicate how one views something or someone. How to use consider. Let's look at how to use consider. When you're thinking about something before making a decision, you consider it. For example, if you're thinking about buying a car, you would consider various factors like the price and features. Other forms of consider. The term consider can also appear in other forms, like considerable, which is an adjective, and consideration, which is a noun. Both words are related to the concept of careful thought or attention. The key meaning of consider. The key takeaway for consider is its most common usage to think carefully before making a decision. Remembering this meaning will help you understand and use the term consider effectively in your daily life. More detailed explanation. 1. Making decisions. Example.
I need to consider all options before making a decision.
Here, consider means to think carefully about all the options or alternatives before making a final decision. 2. Giving advice. Example.
You should consider studying more if you want to pass the test.
In this context, consider is used to suggest or advise someone to think about doing something. 3. Job or career. Example.
I'm considering a career change.
Here, consider refers to thinking about making a significant change or decision, like changing careers. 4. Travel or vacation. Example.
We are considering going to Spain for our summer vacation.
In this context, consider means thinking about a possible action or decision, such as choosing a vacation destination. 5. Purchasing or buying. Example.
I'm considering buying a new laptop.
Here, consider means thinking about making a purchase or acquiring something new. Implement. What does implement mean? Today we're going to explore the term implement. This word is primarily used to express the action of putting a decision or plan into effect. It can also refer to the tools or equipment used to perform a task. How to use implement. Let's look at how to use implement. When you're putting a decision or plan into action, you implement it. For example, if the government decides on new environmental policies, it would implement them. Other forms of implement. The term implement can also be a noun, referring to the tools or equipment needed to perform a task. For example, in construction, a hammer is an implement. The key meaning of implement. The key takeaway for implement is its most common usage to put a plan or decision into action. Remembering this meaning will help you understand and use the term implement effectively in various contexts. More detailed explanation. 1. Making plans. Example.
We need to implement our plans for the summer vacation.
Here, implement means to put our plans into action or carry them out. 2. In a company or business. Example.
The company is implementing a new policy to improve employee well-being.
In this context, implement is used to refer to the action of putting a new policy or decision into practice in a company or business setting. 3. During a project. Example.
We are implementing the feedback received from the client to improve our project.
Here, implement refers to the action of incorporating or using the feedback received to make improvements in a project. 4. In school or education. Example.
The school is implementing a new curriculum for the next academic year.
In this context, implement means introducing and starting to use a new curriculum in a school or educational setting. 5. In technology or computing. Example.
We are implementing a new software system to enhance our data management.
Here, implement means putting a new software system into use or operation to achieve a specific goal. Appreciate. What does appreciate mean? Today we're going to explore the term appreciate. This word is primarily used to express gratitude or recognition of the value of something or someone. How to use appreciate. Let's look at how to use appreciate. When you're expressing gratitude or recognizing the value of something, you appreciate it. For example, if someone helps you, you would say, "I appreciate your help." Other forms of appreciate. The term appreciate can also appear in other forms, like appreciative, which is an adjective, and appreciation, which is a noun. Both words are related to the concept of gratitude or recognition of value. The key meaning of appreciate. The key takeaway for appreciate is its most common usage to recognize the full worth of something or to express gratitude. Remembering these meanings will help you understand and use the term appreciate effectively in various contexts. More detailed explanation. 1. Expressing gratitude. Example.
I appreciate your help with my homework.
Here, appreciate means to be grateful or thankful for someone's help. 2. Acknowledging effort. Example.
We appreciate the effort you put into this project.
In this context, appreciate is used to acknowledge and value the effort someone has put into a task or project. 3. In a professional setting. Example.
I appreciate your prompt response to my email.
Here, appreciate is used to express gratitude for a prompt response in a professional setting. 4. Recognizing value. Example.
I appreciate the beauty of nature.
In this context, appreciate means to recognize and enjoy the value or beauty of something. 5. In personal relationships. Example.
I appreciate your honesty and sincerity.
Here, appreciate is used to express value and gratitude for someone's personal qualities, like honesty and sincerity. Exchange. What does exchange mean? Let's delve into the term exchange. This versatile word can signify giving and receiving something in return, engaging in a conversation or discussion, or refer to the system of currency exchange. Exchange is a verb. When used as a verb, exchange refers to the action of giving something and receiving something else of the same kind in return. For example, if a shirt you bought doesn't fit, you can exchange it for a different size at the store. Exchange is a noun. As a noun, exchange can refer to the act of exchanging or a conversation. For example, we had an exchange of ideas in the meeting. Currency exchange. The term exchange is also used when referring to currency transactions between different countries, known as currency exchange. For instance, when you're traveling, you might need to exchange your home country's currency for that of the country you're visiting. The importance of exchange. Remember, the most important usage of exchange is to refer to the act of giving something and receiving something else in return. It's a key concept in many areas of life, from shopping to communication. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
We exchanged opinions as we continued the conversation.
In this sentence, exchange signifies the act of giving and receiving opinions between each other. 2. Appointment or schedule. Example.
Shall we exchange our meeting time to tomorrow afternoon?
Here, exchange refers to changing the original appointment to a different time. 3. Goods trade. Example.
I need to exchange this t-shirt because it doesn't fit.
In this context, exchange means to replace a purchased item with another one. 4. Information sharing. Example.
We should exchange our contact information.
In this sentence, exchange implies the act of giving and receiving each other's information. 5. Academic discussion. Example.
They exchanged views on the issue.
In this scenario, exchange denotes the act of sharing each other's opinions or thoughts. Pitch. What does pitch mean? We will now explore the term pitch. This word can embody various meanings, including the presentation or proposal of an idea, or the action of presenting or proposing. Pitch as a noun. When used as a noun, pitch refers to a presentation or proposal for consideration. For example, if you have a great idea for a new product, you might create a pitch to present your idea to a company or investor. Pitch as a verb. As a verb, pitch means to present or propose something to others for review or consideration. In a business context, if you are trying to sell a product or service, you might pitch it to potential customers or clients. What does pitch in mean? The phrase pitch in means to contribute to a common cause or to help out. For example, if your friends are organizing a surprise party, you might pitch in by helping to decorate the venue or prepare the food. The importance of pitch and pitch in. Remember, the most important usage of pitch is to present or propose something for consideration, and pitch in is to contribute or help out. These are key concepts in many areas of life, from business to everyday activities. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
He pitched his idea for a new mobile application to our team.
Here, pitched refers to the act of presenting or proposing an idea to someone. 2. Business proposal. Example.
Tomorrow, I have to pitch our marketing strategy to the board.
In this context, pitch means to present or propose a business strategy in a formal setting. 3. Job interview. Example.
She pitched herself well during the job interview.
In this sentence, pitched refers to the act of presenting oneself in a persuasive manner. 4. Sales situation. Example.
The salesperson pitched the product features very effectively.
Here, pitched signifies the act of promoting or selling a product by highlighting its features. 5. Fundraising event. Example.
We are going to pitch our startup idea to potential investors at the event.
In this scenario, pitch denotes the act of presenting or proposing a business idea to potential investors. Whip. What does whip mean? Our focus now turns to the term whip. Primarily, this word is used to denote the action of beating ingredients like cream or eggs into a froth or foam. Whip as a verb. When used as a verb, whip refers to the action of beating something like cream or eggs into a froth or foam. For example, if you're making a dessert that requires whipped cream, you would whip the cream until it becomes light and fluffy. What does whip up mean? The phrase whip up means to quickly make a meal or a dish. For instance, if you're in a hurry but need to prepare dinner, you might whip up a quick pasta dish. What does whip through mean? The phrase whip through means to complete something quickly or efficiently. For example, if you have a lot of tasks to complete, you might whip through the easier ones first to get them out of the way. The importance of whip, whip up, and whip through. Remember, the most important usage of whip is to beat something into a froth or foam. Whip up is to quickly make a meal or a dish, and whip through is to complete something quickly or efficiently. These are key concepts in many areas of life, from cooking to completing tasks. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
Can you whip up a meal with the ingredients in the fridge?
In this context, whip up refers to the act of quickly preparing or producing something, in this case, a meal. 2. Cooking scenario. Example.
She whipped the cream until it was light and fluffy.
Here, whip refers to the action of beating food like cream or eggs until it becomes frothy or light. 3. Urgent situation. Example.
We need to whip into shape before the inspection tomorrow.
In this sentence, whip into shape means to quickly improve something or someone, in this case, for an upcoming inspection. 4. Sports context. Example.
The coach is known for whipping his team into shape every season.
In this scenario, whipping into shape refers to the act of rapidly getting someone or something, in this case, a sports team, into a better condition or state of readiness. 5. Business meeting. Example.
We need to whip through these agenda items quickly.
Here, whip through signifies the act of doing something quickly and without delay, in this case, going through agenda items in a meeting. Suppose. What does suppose mean? Let's explore the term suppose. This word is mainly used when making an assumption or imagining a scenario. Use of suppose as a verb. As a verb, suppose helps us to express hypothetical situations or consider potential outcomes. For example, suppose it rains tomorrow, what will we do? Other forms of suppose. Suppose can also take the form of a noun as supposition, or an adjective as supposed, each with its own nuanced meaning. Key point to remember about suppose. The key takeaway is that suppose is most commonly used to mean assume or imagine. Remembering this will help you understand and use the term effectively in various contexts. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
Let's suppose it's your birthday today. What would you like to do?
Here, suppose is used to imagine a hypothetical situation in a casual conversation. 2. Agreement or support. Example.
I suppose you are right. We should be more careful next time.
In this context, suppose is used to express agreement with someone's opinion. 3. Expectation or requirement. Example.
You're supposed to do your homework before watching TV.
In this context, supposed to is used to express an expectation or requirement. 4. Imaginary situation. Example.
My friend won the lottery. Now, suppose that happened to you. What would you do with the money?
In this context, suppose is used to explore a hypothetical situation and ask about the potential reaction to it. 5. Making assumptions. Example.
He didn't answer my call. I suppose he must be busy.
Here, suppose is used to make an assumption based on a certain situation. Bet. What does bet mean? We'll delve into the term bet next. This term is most commonly used to describe the act of risking something on an uncertain outcome. Use of bet as a noun. As a noun, bet is the amount that you risk on the outcome of an event or question. For example, I placed a bet on the game. Use of bet as a verb. Bet can also be used as a verb. When you bet, you are risking something on the outcome of an event or question. For example, I bet $50 on the final score of the game. Informal use of bet to express certainty. In a more informal context, bet can be used to express certainty or assurance about something. When you say I bet, it often means I'm certain, or I'm sure. For example, I bet you're going to ace the test. Key point to remember about bet. The key takeaway is that bet is most commonly used to denote the action of risking something on an uncertain outcome. But remember, bet can also be used informally to express certainty or assurance. Recognizing these different uses will help you understand and use the term effectively in various contexts. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
I bet you can't finish that whole pizza by yourself.
Here, bet is used to express a challenge or a prediction about a situation in a casual conversation. 2. Agreement or support. Example.
I bet you're right about the project being a success.
In this context, bet is used to express agreement with someone's opinion. 3. Meeting or discussion. Example.
I'm willing to bet that our competitors will lower their prices.
Here, bet is used to make a prediction about a future event in a meeting or discussion context. 4. Making assumptions. Example.
I bet he didn't call because he's too busy.
In this scenario, bet is used to make an assumption based on a certain situation. 5. Expressing certainty. Example.
Bet you didn't know that I could play the guitar.
Here, bet is used to express certainty about a situation, often used when revealing something surprising or unexpected. Layout. What does layout mean? Moving on, we'll look at layout. This term mainly denotes the act of arranging or planning something meticulously. Use of layout to arrange or set. The term layout is often used when we are arranging or setting something in a particular way. It's like preparing or organizing things for a specific purpose. For example, I need to lay out my clothes for tomorrow. Use of layout in a business context. Layout is also commonly used in business or planning contexts. When you lay out a strategy or a plan, you are explaining or presenting it in a clear and detailed manner. For example, we need to lay out our marketing strategy. Use of layout to refer to spending money. Another use of layout is to describe the act of spending or using a large amount of money. It's like saying they spent a lot of money on something. For example, they laid out a lot of money to buy that house. Key point to remember about layout. The key takeaway is that layout is most commonly used to denote the action of arranging or planning something. Whether you're laying out your clothes or laying out a business plan, this term is all about preparation and organization. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
I need to lay out my clothes for tomorrow morning.
Here, layout is used to express the action of arranging clothes in preparation for the next day. 2. Agreement or support. Example.
I agree with your points. Could you lay out a detailed plan for us?
In this context, layout is used to request someone to present a detailed plan or proposal. 3. Meeting or discussion. Example.
During the meeting, she laid out her vision for the company's future.
Here, layout is used to express the action of presenting a clear and detailed plan or vision in a meeting or discussion context. 4. Making plans. Example.
We need to lay out our travel itinerary before we leave.
In this scenario, layout is used to express the action of planning or arranging something in detail. 5. Spending money. Example.
They laid out a lot of money to buy that luxury car.
Here, layout is used to express the action of spending or using a large amount of money. Engage. What does engage mean? Let's delve into the term, engage. This versatile word can encapsulate various meanings such as participation, interlocking, or confrontation. How is engage used? The term engage can be used in diverse situations. Whether it's participating in an activity, gears interlocking, or engaging in a conflict, context is crucial in understanding its meaning. The many forms of engage. Engage isn't just a verb. It can also be a noun or an adjective, adding another layer of depth to its usage. For example, in an engaged ring, or an engaged couple. it denotes the state of being promised to marry. The most common usage of engage. The essence of engage lies in its representation of active participation or involvement in an activity or issue. Grasping this primary usage is a vital step in understanding the diverse contexts this term can be used in English. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
We need to engage in a serious discussion about our future.
Here, engage refers to the act of participating or getting involved in a conversation or discussion. 2. Parent-child relation. Example.
My son is engaged in playing video games all day long.
In this context, engage is used to express the act of being deeply involved in an activity, in this case, playing video games. 3. Academic situation. Example.
Students are encouraged to engage in group activities to enhance their social skills.
Here, engage denotes the act of participating in group activities, suggesting active involvement in a particular action. 4. Work environment. Example.
The company is engaged in developing new technologies to improve its products.
In this case, engage refers to being actively involved or busy with a particular action or activity, here, developing new technologies. 5. Social issue. Example.
We should engage in conversations about mental health to break the stigma.
Here, engage is used to express active participation or involvement in discussions about a particular issue, in this case, mental health. Admire. What does admire mean? We're about to uncover the meaning of admire. This term is typically used when acknowledging high regard for someone's abilities, qualities, or achievements. How is admire used? The term admire is used when you appreciate or respect someone's abilities or qualities. For instance, you might say, "I admire your courage," to someone who has shown bravery. The many forms of admire. Admire isn't just a verb. It can also be a noun or an adjective. For example, admiration is a noun that means respect and warm approval, and admirable is an adjective that means deserving respect and approval. The most common usage of admire. In the very heart of engage is the aspect of active participation or involvement in an activity or issue. Truly understanding this fundamental usage is a pivotal stride in grasping the wide range of contexts this term is applied in English. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
I really admire your dedication to learning new things.
Here, admire is used to express respect and appreciation for someone's commitment or enthusiasm towards learning. 2. Acknowledgement of skills. Example.
I admire your ability to speak multiple languages fluently.
In this context, admire is used to express high regard for someone's language skills. 3. Complimenting character traits. Example.
I admire your honesty and integrity.
Here, admire is used to show appreciation and respect for someone's moral qualities. 4. Work environment. Example.
Our boss admires your creativity and innovative ideas.
In this case, admire is used to express appreciation and high regard for someone's creativity and innovative thinking in a work setting. 5. Admiration for achievements. Example.
I admire how you've balanced your career and personal life.
Here, admire is used to express respect and appreciation for someone's ability to maintain a balance between their work and personal life. Assign. What does assign mean? Our focus now shifts to the term assign. Commonly, this term is utilized when tasks or duties are allocated to someone, or when resources or time are designated for a specific purpose. How is assign used? The term assign is used when you are giving someone a task or duty. For instance, you might say, "I will assign this task to you," in a workplace setting. The many forms of assign. Assign isn't just a verb. It can also be a noun in a more specialized or technical context. For example, assignment is a noun that means a task or work given to someone. The most common usage of assign. At the heart of assign is the act of distributing tasks or allocating resources. Gaining a solid understanding of this primary usage is instrumental in enhancing your English comprehension. More detailed explanation. 1. General conversation. Example.
I will assign this project to you.
Here, assign refers to giving someone a task or a project. 2. Workplace. Example.
The manager assigned new tasks to the team.
In this context, assign is used to refer to the act of giving tasks to someone, in this case, the team. 3. Academic situation. Example.
The teacher assigned us a new assignment.
Here, assign refers to the act of giving a task, here an assignment, to someone. 4. Resource allocation. Example.
We need to assign resources to the new project.
In this case, assign is used to describe the allocation of resources for a specific purpose. 5. Delegation of roles. Example.
In the play, the director assigned the role of the protagonist to me.
Here, assign is used to express the act of giving a specific role to someone.
Today, I practiced making sentences using 3 words. Try practicing making sentences yourself regularly. You'll notice your English skills improving day by day. Stay tuned for daily exercises and let's make learning English an awesome experience. See you in the next video.